Before I start dancing or choreographing, I put my hands, one over my belly, one over my heart. I like to imagine that breath and the energy goes down through my legs, keeps going into the earth, into country. It's a really great practice to slow things down and remember where I am, why I'm doing things. When I was younger, I wasn't able to have the chance to learn my own cultural dances. And it was as I got older that I realised that there was an opportunity to reclaim that, create new dance from this cultural place. And I see it as a really beautiful cultural responsibility. Yeah. I first started dancing when I was 3. My mum's an Aboriginal woman, she's a Waka Waka Kumbameri woman. I think Mum always wanted to dance and wanted to give me an opportunity that she never had. I never really took off those tutus. In dance as a child, I feel like I couldn't really bring all of myself, especially to the ballet world. There's photos of me with like this white face. It looks like I'm going to a Halloween party. And then they would pat my skin down with a fairer coloured makeup. So I would be more fairer skinned for a ballet performance, yeah. And I don't think there was any ill intention at the time. It's just what was done. And it wasn't until I saw Bangarra I realised there's a way to interweave my culture with my dance practice at a really high professional level. I worked with Bangarra for about 4 years, and at the end of 2010 I left to pursue a freelance career. Last year, Queensland Ballet contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in choreographing for Bespoke. And I was really excited to walk back into that building, able to bring all of myself. So let's go from the top.
Bespoke was born out of a need for new voices. It's about identifying a choreographer to develop new work. Katina is already a really strong independent artist. After she'd retired from Bangarra, she paved her own way, has started to create new work. We have had First Nations dancers in the company before. I think it's now about making sure that those First Nations people, that they feel comfortable enough to be themselves in this environment.
The collaboration began as a collaboration between Southern Cross Soloists and Queensland Ballet. I was introduced to Chris Williams, who's an artist in residence at Southern Cross Soloists. We were yarning about what Waka Waka story we wanted to platform for this work. And then they came to me with this beautiful story about Chris's grandmother, Auntie Maureen Williams.
We wanted to tell a story that was relevant to us, and my grandma is a remarkable woman.
Oh my goodness.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good, thank you.
Yeah. This is so, incredibly special. We have the family in the studio with us today.
We're telling a story about my grandma, who has just passed away last year. This has been incredible to just explore grandma's life and hear more stories about who she was.
My mother's name is Maureen Marvel Williams. She went to school to grade 4. When she was 10, she went out and worked as a domestic. Her first job was looking after children, a 10-year-old looking after children.
She was born in 1929, so it was a very hard era to be an Aboriginal woman. She just had one focus in life, and that was to make sure all her children had a good education.
So the opening section is very it's setting a context for country. Auntie Maureen, getting her life in the bush, speaking fluent language.
It certainly brings back memories. I started ballet at the age of 10. But coming back in, and in such a way with my mother involved, has just, it's beautiful in a heart-loving, warming way, yeah.
Queensland Ballet's been around 62 years and they haven't done any blackfellas stuff, so, you know, it's a fabulous start.
I'll invite everyone to just close your eyes. We took the dancers to a place called Ban Ban Springs. It's a sacred place to Waka Waka people.
And so we had the didgeridoo and Katina leading some movements. We had Arnie Suan reading Grandma's story at the place that our ancestors came from. So it was incredibly powerful and incredibly moving.
I've produced a lot of work in 10 years at Queensland Ballet, and this is one by far that sticks out as something that I feel shifted me as a person.
Now's a perfect time to continue to platform our stories so that this country can really get to know us and know the essence of us. I think it's a really important thing to also invite us into these spaces where we haven't always been. It's really exciting for those audiences to see a different perspective, to see it through our eyes. I'm really excited about that.